Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia. No,
We
fuck. We go on the Friday Night Lights thing or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. We're basically getting close to halfway through the year, huh?
Well, no.
No, not really, but
We're just starting Q2.
yeah, okay. Fine. How's Animal Crossing been going for you?
Pretty good. Decorating, like improving the town part is stressful to me.
Me too, especially because there's not a ton of items yet, really.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up just having I got a whole section of my town that looks cute, but it's all just white birch log chairs.
Sure.
You know. Still looking for roses, so if anybody out there has roses in their town, let me know.
I don't have roses either.
They're a hot commodity, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think they also have the most hybrid
That's
stuff.
why I want them. I'm trying to get some black, purple, orange roses. Yeah.
I got a black tulip the other day. It's pretty exciting.
I've had to settle on black tulips. I've got a bunch of them suckers growing. Tulip watch.
It's tough out there.
It's tough out there, man. Yeah, I've basically just been like playing Animal Crossing for I think I've logged something like 230 hours on it. It's been out for 25 days, 26 days.
Yeah, but what else are you gonna do?
I don't have a job. The government is paying me to play Animal Crossing.
That's great. That's great.
It is great. I've paid my taxes. I'm fine. I have no problem with this.
I mean, I think the government's paying a lot of people to play Animal Crossing right now.
It's crazy that the government is subsidizing Animal Crossing.
I guess technically, because of the stimulus checks, every American who's playing Animal Crossing is getting paid by the government to play Animal Crossing.
The government is paying Japan for Animal Crossing. That's a misallocation of funds, if you ask me. I don't appreciate this.
And I bet a ton of people when they get their money will use it to buy Animal Crossing if they don't already have it.
How could you not? Like, everyone is like, if you weren't already on the train right now, everyone's feeling FOMO if you don't have it. Mm-hmm. Even if you weren't like, people are like, I don't even have a Switch and I want to buy a Switch for Animal Crossing just to see what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I wonder if they'll be disappointed. I wonder if they'll be like, this is it. Like I just catch bugs.
You can use a toilet too.
You can use a toilet. You can talk to a horse.
I got a bidet.
No way.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got you know this because I sent you one. I got a recipe for a golden toilet. So
yeah. That's what I sit on to play my drums. You know, you can sit on the golden toilet. You can sit on. I have a standard toilet. You can sit on the bidet. You can't, as far as I can tell, meaningfully interact with the urinal. You can like flush it, but that's it. And then I have a squat toilet. You can't sit on the squat toilet.
You can't do nothing with the squat toilet.
It won't let you do anything, which is frustrating.
That is frustrating.
I don't know how to interact with any other toilets in the real world. I only know how to use squat toilets, so it's kind of
it's the one, yeah. Yeah, I'm just collecting toilets. I got so many toilets in my storage. I've got one. It's tankless or something, and when you approach it, the lid goes up for you to sit on.
I have that one. It's pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. I like that. Also, I found out if you have a T-Rex skeleton out in the world, you can go up to it and press A, and it opens its mouth and yeah. It's a great game, man. You just run around, with your slingshot, popping balloons and digging up
It's interesting how such simple things are so fun in this game. For instance, the T-Rex opening its mouth. Mm-hmm. That's literally nothing.
It's nothing.
And yet, it's everything.
Yeah, so this is an Animal Crossing podcast now.
I guess so. I mean, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even matter what we talk about, like, at all.
I'll pull up an article. Do you think that they've ever talked about Animal Crossing on Friday Night Lights?
It is possible there was an overlap in the time period.
I'll step back further. Do you think they've ever talked about any Nintendo property?
No. Maybe like video games in general. Maybe they mentioned like Pac-Man, which doesn't even really count.
It's interesting that you would say Pac-Man, but that does feel right.
You know,
because it's just like
it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like how every mom in like the 90s used to call video game systems Nintendos.
Yeah. Did
you know that Nintendo basically created the name or the concept of like a video game console?
No.
Because people were calling anything Nintendos. Basically, the way copyright works is if everyone refers to something as your product, you don't have a claim over the name anymore.
Yeah.
So they were like really good about being like, oh yeah, video game consoles, guys, let's call them that, so that they didn't lose their right over Nintendos.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the few examples that I can think of that elsewhere are Kleenex, which I have never said Kleenex to mean tissues.
No.
Ever.
No.
Q-tips, which I do say.
Definitely Q-tips.
Dumpsters.
Really? That's proprietary, huh?
Yeah.
What about Band-Aids?
Yeah, that too. I'm guilty of that too.
Yep. And Xerox machine.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say copier.
Copier?
Yeah.
Well, Well, you're from New York.
Sort of. I mean, no. Legally, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you were born in New York.
Speaking of where I was born, how about that fun thing where on Twitter people are just like, let's play a fun game. What's your first job and your mother's maiden name and your first pet in the street you grew up on?
Is this real? Is this happening?
Straight up, yeah.
You deserve to be got. You know?
It's wild. It's wild. And everyone's just like doing it.
I don't even know, man. Like, people, I'm just so frustrated with everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, not like the beaches in Florida just opened up, so everyone's going to the beach and then putting down their security questions.
Well, if I'm stuck inside, I might as well get fished.
Give me something to do. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's wild.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna pull up an article.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. This is good.
Okay.
Buddy Garrity.
Okay, this is a new man.
That's a good name. I wish that we had I wish you could see what I see, but I will not show you. Time. But the
Buddy Garrity must be the mayor, right?
Oh wow. Let's see. I'm just looking at the picture of him, and he looks like a mob boss at his Florida like vacation condo.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'm picturing like it's definitely a guy who doesn't want to close down Amity Island for the 4th of July season.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Buddy played quarterback for the Dillon Panthers football team while he was dating his high school sweetheart, Pam Garrity. I guess it worked out for them. He subsequently married Pam right after they graduated from high school. They had 3 children together, Lila, Tabby, and Buddy Jr., 2 humans, 1 cat.
So I was just going to say that.
He becomes president of the Panthers boosters for raising money and showing the most town spirit for his former high school team. That's sad.
It is sad, but here's what's sadder, the person who has the most town spirit or the person who has the second most town spirit or school spirit?
Oh God, second most for sure.
Yeah, because like if you have the most, it's like, well, you know what, you're doing.
You got something. Second most, oh, you're nothing.
You're just a loser. Yeah, you get nothing.
Oh man. Okay, let's dig a little deeper. Season 1. Okay, wait. Interesting. This breaks his arc down by season. And I don't know if we knew this before or not, but we've confirmed that there are 5 seasons now.
Okay. That's a good number of seasons.
Or at least he's in 5 seasons, but he's in the pilot. His first appearance is the pilot. His last appearance is Always, and I believe Always is the final episode.
Sure.
Here we go. Gender, male, sure. Age, late 50s. Okay. Position, Dillon High Booster. East Dillon High Booster. El Fuego, radio personality.
What?
So that's his position. Then the next section is occupation. Formerly Buddy Garrity's Automobiles owner. Okay.
Well, that's a good coincidence.
Buddy's Bar owner and operator. So he really likes to just put his name on shit.
He's an entrepreneur in a small town, you know. We in my small town, the main rich man was Cottom, Cottom.
Okay.
So he had like Cottom's Pest Control, Cottom's Automotive, and every year for Christmas, his house, he lived on like a pretty large acreage.
Okay.
And from the road, you could see his house set back on his property. Mm-hmm. And there was like a fence, like a nice wooden, like a ranch kind of fence, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yeah, sure.
Like a couple of timbers set, you know. Anyway, so for Christmas, he always went hog wild with his Christmas lights and like made a huge like so like every Christmas people come and just like check out the Cottom Christmas lights.
That's great.
Yeah.
This past year for Christmas, we drove up. There's like this house in the suburbs, and because I searched like best Christmas lights around Chicago or whatever.
Interesting.
So and I found this listing. I forget what it was called. This house has a name, like
okay.
the
Beechwoods.
Well, it's like the Winnetka Music Christmas House or whatever the fuck.
Okay, sure.
And you pull up. It's in a cul-de-sac. All of their neighbors must fucking hate them. So you pull up into this cul-de-sac, and there are all these signs where it's like, tune your radio to like 88.9 or whatever. What? And then it's just playing Christmas music. And then they have like a decent sized property. It's not like acreage, but
right.
it's like kind of around the bend of the cul-de-sac, and it looks like it spills a little out into the neighboring yards. Okay. And the lights are all timed with the music. So you're just sitting in your car, sipping your hot cocoa, watching the lights of this house like go crazy. It was a hoot.
That reminds me, I was watching a documentary on Shudder about cursed movie productions.
Okay.
You know, like The Exorcist or The Shining or whatever.
Poltergeist, famously, right?
Poltergeist is what I was going to bring up. So imagine, in that, like, the Poltergeist house is a real house. They just shot it, you know.
Sure.
And so people will still, like, you know, go on pilgrimages to like go to the Poltergeist house. So imagine just being like the neighbors of the house. Like, you probably have no idea of what it is, and you're like, what the fuck, man? All these nerds just keep coming by.
Well, we also in the same day went to the fucking Home Alone house, which is like,
there you go.
It's a lovely house, but it fucking sucks for everyone on that street.
Yeah, that's because like if you own the house, you know what you're getting into, but you might not know if you don't.
What if you don't know before you buy it?
And
like, what if how long will it be before someone who buys the Home Alone house doesn't know it's the Home Alone house?
Right. How many cheese pizzas ordered to their house does it take? I mean, there must be houses like that, right? Like, this is a bad example because Casablanca didn't have any houses, but like an old ass movie like Casablanca, right? Like at a certain point, people will forget. That's another interesting thing, like because movies have only been around for a little bit, like only like what 2 generations maybe?
Yeah, what like 100 years, give or take?
Yeah, give or take 100 years. So like at a certain and there's a ton of movies from back then that are just lost. We just don't have them anymore.
Huh.
Isn't that interesting? Like,
yeah.
There are people who were huge movie stars who were in like 300 pictures. You and I don't even know their fucking names because the stuff was just lost.
Do you think? What? It's very fun that we're in separate places and we both have to deal with horrible cats.
Yeah. Can you? I got this. I told this to Johnny. There's a cat in this room right now, and she's very docile. And I forgot she was laying next to me, and I clapped really loud, and I scared her. Now she's been spooked. She wants to go so bad. She's been hiding under the bed.
What was I saying? Something about houses. Oh, I think my parents my mom grew up near the Amityville horror house.
Whoa.
Or maybe it was not grew up, but maybe it was like after she and my dad got married or something. She lived very close to the Amityville horror house for a while.
Okay. Dude, the thing about that is that's like a real spooky house. That's not like a fake poltergeist house.
She said that one time she drove by and which this is nothing, but it's also very fun. She drove by, just like the glove box of her car like flew open.
Oh,
and which it had never done before, whatever, blah blah blah. Obviously it's nothing, but it's still like, ooh.
No, that's something. Yeah, do you know why that house is haunted?
Weren't like a fuckload of people murdered in it?
Yes, a man went crazy and killed his family.
Yeah. So,
it's a pretty good reason to be haunted.
I agree. I mean, probably like number one reason.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah.
What's like the lamest reason for a house to be haunted?
Let's think here.
Would it like? I lost my TV remote before I died.
Oh, I see.
And
what is the thing tying you to the right?
I'm still like searching for it, or like.
Yeah. Like I never finished this puzzle.
Oh, fuck.
Like we lost a piece and we can't find it. We know it's here. We know it's here somewhere because we've done this puzzle before.
Fuck. Ken owes me $10.
Ken owes me $10. I never finished painting the accent wall of the living room.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's tough.
I died before I saw the last 3 episodes of The Wire.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What if your unfinished business was you didn't want to die?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, how? Because that's kind of, by and large, everyone. No, obviously
right.
not every single person, but I'd say vast majority not really interested in having that happen.
No, not particularly interested.
Mm-mm.
What if the thing your unfinished business was like you wanted to kill somebody else?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or even just you wanted to haunt someone.
Like, shit.
I couldn't haunt anyone while I was alive, and I needed to. But now, then it's almost like a curse, because now you can't move on.
Right.
You're doomed to haunt forever.
But like, do you even want to do it at that point?
I don't think so.
Man,
like, I mean, it's kind of like right now. It's like, before we were all stuck inside, it was like, man, it'd be nice to just have like some quiet time at home. And now we've all been home for 6 weeks or however long by the time people hear this, and it's like, well, damn,
Yeah.
it's like the it's like the Twilight Zone where the guy wants to read and then he breaks his glasses. That's all of us.
Yep, there was time now. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one big monkey paw wish.
Dude. Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Although, I have this thing where like I wonder if I caused the pandemic because you know what I mean? Like,
I've been wondering the same thing about you.
But it's kind of like those people who are like, boy, I was watching the Cubs game and we were winning until I turned the channel and then we lost. I should have kept on, or it's like, boy, I was like struggling to pay my bills and then now I'm unemployed and get $1 million from the government, so it's working out pretty good for me in that regard.
Yeah. I do blame you.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I don't know, man. Things are tough, but but we got each other. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I haven't eaten today.
Have we ever, we talk about monkey paw wishes a lot. Have we ever figured out why that's a trope? What's that from?
Monkeys are magical.
Are they?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know enough about monkeys to say whether or not they're magical, but I would consider them more mischievous than magical.
Do you think that's what it is?
Maybe. Hey, there's in I think it's Hong Kong Disneyland or Shanghai Disneyland. I think it's Hong Kong. Their haunted mansion. They don't have a haunted mansion. Have we talked about this ever?
Maybe we have. Is it because spirits are evil or something?
Yeah, they just have like a different cultural deal with spirits. So there's this called Mystic Manor.
Okay. And
it's just like you're in like this crazy mansion, and a monkey causes some mischief, and like it's like some dude who like travels the world and collects like artifacts and art and stuff from all corners of the globe. Yeah. And then this monkey does some mischief, and then like everything in the house comes to life.
That sounds awesome.
It looks fucking sick. I'll send you a video of it because it looks rad.
That's the plot of. You ever read the book is putting it very highly. The book Jumanji.
No,
it's like a children's like picture book.
I was more of a Zathura guy.
Sure, fair enough. The book is basically it's the same sort of premise as the movie, but it's basically just a bunch of monkeys causing mischief.
That's great.
Yeah. What is it about monkeys? How come everyone knows monkeys are mischievous?
I feel like I imagine that humans have a deep fascination with monkeys and apes and the like because they're so similar to us. So maybe it's just like we just like fucked around with them too much. So we just know a lot about them, you know?
At what point do you think that we came up with this conclusion? Like, because most people hadn't been exposed to monkeys, probably until like what was the earliest that everyone kind of knew about monkeys? Like as a collective,
Well, that's a challenging question because it's almost like asking when did people know about like trees? Because like
what I mean is like let's say a school child in the United States of America.
Mm-hmm. When do they learn about monkeys?
Well, did like kids in the 1600s know about monkeys?
Okay. Huh.
Like the average kid.
We had zoos probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
So they would probably like ship them. I imagine, but we probably didn't have a lot of zoos. Well, the 1600s?
Let's say the 1700s. Make it easier. Because the thing is, like, if you're in India, you probably know about monkeys.
For sure.
There's like some countries that like monkeys are native in that everyone knows about monkeys, of course.
Right.
But like, if you're like,
you just got out of the American Revolution, brand new country.
Right.
Do you know what a monkey is?
That's what I want to know.
Fuck. I don't know. Okay. You know what a cat is. Obviously, you know what a dog is.
Definitely know those things.
You know what a cow is. You know what a horse is, a pig, all the big farm animals.
Yeah.
The BFAs.
Mm-hmm.
Snakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Do all Americans at that time know about lizards?
Oh, I love that.
Because in the South, you got lizards. Up here, you don't got lizards.
No lizards. Is there an animal on the world that people didn't know about collectively? Like penguins. Do people not know about penguins?
Holy shit.
Until 1730.
Like, what's the latest we've discovered an animal that is commonly known now? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, did we find penguins in 1920?
Yeah, I don't know. I love this idea though.
Also, I mean, penguins, A class.
Yeah, penguins are A class for sure.
Yeah, no question.
No, I've always that's been the animal. That's been like the poster child for A class for me for years without even knowing about this. Yeah.
I fucking love penguins, man.
Penguins are great.
They're so good. What's your favorite kind of penguin?
Probably the black and white ones.
Sure.
I mean, the only one I could even say was emperor penguin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well,
rockhopper penguin.
I was thinking rockhoppers are pretty sick. Puffins aren't
penguins,
but they're close. They might legally be penguins.
Sure, right. Like if you're filling out the census.
Yeah.
Yeah. So TikTok is just like, what even is it?
No one knows.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.